Before we get into today's UFC video, I want to quickly make an apology. Yesterday, I done a video on the UFC. Turns out that fight was on the prelims. I didn't know that at the time because I have it listed on the screen where it would tell me what fight comes next. And for some reason, Jolton Almeida versus Alexander Romanov is now on the prelims instead of the main card underneath Cesar Almeida versus Roman Kopylov. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to do the co-main event, and then tomorrow we're going to do the main event, and then predictions. We'll probably do the full card because it is a main card event. So apologies to these following fighters: Kevin Holland, Michel Olejeja, I think it is, Kevin Holland, Nico Price, and Alex Morono. I'm sadly not going to do a video on these guys now because I was expecting to do 2 videos today, which was going to be these 2. I did cop out on this video, and I'm sorry. Before we get into talking about our co-main event, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and follow. Let's get right into it now. Your co-main event of the evening: Paulo Costa versus Sean Strickland. The Juice Man versus the Soy Boy, according to Paulo Costa. Sean Strickland is 28-6, ex-champion, as we know. He just lost his belt to Dricus du Plessis in a very controversial win. I'm not going to sit here and be like, he won and all this. We're moving on from that fight. Let's see if Sean Strickland can pull this one back and maybe get a fight against Paulo Costa or Dricus du Plessis end of the year or next year. Or maybe Paulo Costa gets a title shot. Sean Strickland is 28-6, fighting out of the United States, 6'1", 184 and 80 pounds. His reach is 76 inches with a 41.5 inch leg reach. Paulo Costa, on the other hand, is a 14-3 fighter, fighting out of Brazil, 6'1" as well, weighed at 185.5 pounds. And his reach is 72 inches. His leg reach is 39.5. Based off of this stats, now we've seen both Paulo Costa and Sean Strickland. We know what Sean Strickland's going to do. He's going to come out there and strike. This fight, I'm probably going to edge it towards Strickland because I have seen him fight. Paulo Costa, I've seen like 2 or 3 of his fights. None that I can remember completely. But the Israel Adesanya, the Dricus du Plessis, I can still remember these ones to this day. I'm a bit of a fan of Sean Strickland, I can't lie. The things he says, outrageous, and I do not stand with him for him, but the man's entertaining. So, based off of this stats, Sean Strickland's got the record. That's really all he's got. The weigh-ins doesn't really matter because they're going to weigh roughly the same on fight night. Plus, these are not the weigh-ins from now, they're from like last fights. Sean Strickland's got a little bit of a reach and a little bit of a leg reach. The leg reach won't be an advantage as much, but his striking definitely will. Win buys: Paulo Costa, obviously, KO TKO is 85%, 8% submissions, and an 8% decision with an average fight time of 11 minutes. Sean Strickland's average fight time is 15 minutes, with 41% of his wins coming by way of TKO, KO, 15% of them being submission, and 44% being by decision. So what does this tell you? Paulo Costa's got power. We know that. Sean Strickland, questionable. He's been caught by Pereira. He has been caught. Now, if Paulo Costa doesn't hit as hard as Pereira, which we've now recently found out allegedly that Pereira is the hardest hitting combat sport artist hitter in the world, higher than Francis Ngannou, however that happened, I feel like Sean Strickland's still a problem. I feel like Sean Strickland's gonna not do exactly what he done to Izzy, but I feel like he's gonna do the same. He's definitely gonna keep it on the feet. We know Sean Strickland knows how to wrestle and grapple now, but I don't think he'll use it. Against someone like Paulo Costa, I think he should use it, and I think he might, but I don't think he will as well. I feel like he'll want to keep us on the feet and just show that he can outstrike Paulo Costa, and if he does that, fair play to the man. While Paulo Costa definitely needs to keep us on the feet, definitely get in range and just catch Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland might not have the best of chins. You have to make sure you're working Sean Strickland, because Sean Strickland will do what he done to Izzy, where Izzy didn't really do much. Izzy always got countered. Izzy always got outclassed. And yes, you can mention a lot of the things that were wrong with Izzy on that night, but if we're basing it off of none of the issues, this could be it. Sean Strickland is a problem. Significant strikes: Paulo Costa has an average of 6 punches landed per minute, 58% of them were significant. He absorbed 6 punches per minute in his last fight with a defense of 47%. Once again, this is all based on their last fight. Sean Strickland landed average of 6 punches per minute, 41% significant strikes, 4 absorbed punches per minute, and a 62% defense. Now, back to it, it's based on their last fights. Sean Strickland didn't do as much striking. If this was the Izzy stats, the stats would be off the table for Sean Strickland, in my opinion. At least I think it would be. It's not even an opinion, it has to be a thought, right? Paulo Costa, he did a lot better at striking in his last fight compared to Strickland, but we don't know how many shots were thrown and all of this. Like, we don't know the exact number. We have the average, but that's what we got. So I'm gonna say either guy could do it on the feet. And I'll go into our last stat, the grappling. An average of 1 takedown over the 15 minutes for Sean Strickland, an average of 0 for Paulo Costa, 75% takedown accuracy for Paulo Costa, with Sean Strickland sitting at 64%, and a 77% takedown defense for Sean Strickland, while Paulo Costa has an 80% takedown defense. Using all the stats, well, that's based off the grappling first. Grappling, Sean Strickland can get the takedowns. Sean Strickland doesn't have a better takedown accuracy due to his last fight. If we're going off of Paulo Costa has the better takedown defense and has had more takedowns in his last fight. Basing it off of all the stats, how does this fight go? Both guys could win it on the feet, but I feel like Sean Strickland has the slight advantage on the ground, and I feel like Sean Strickland probably should tire Paulo Costa out, get it down to the ground, get a submission win, and go home safe. But Paulo Costa, I feel like he's got to keep it on the feet. You've got to outstrike and outclass Sean Strickland. You can't let Sean Strickland throw combinations, time you. You can't let him put shots together, because you're going to have a long night like Izzy. But guys, that's my thoughts and my opinions. What do you guys think? Who do you think wins? How do you think wins? Apart from that, I'll catch you in a bit. Take care. Have a peace.